The provincial capital of Ontario, Toronto, is Canada's largest and one of the country's most culturally diversified urban centers. There is a wide variety of exciting tourist destinations in the area, from museums and galleries to the iconic CN Tower and the breathtaking Niagara Falls, which are only a short drive away. Depending on your interests, you'll find plenty to do in this city, from seeing the newest musicals to dining at five-star restaurants to exploring the ancient distillery district and its array of charming boutiques and eateries housed in beautifully preserved buildings. Several of Toronto's best sites are within walking distance of each other, and the city's subway system makes traveling further distances a breeze. If you ever find yourself in Toronto during the winter, don't worry about the weather, and instead take use of the city's huge route network of underground walkways that connect retail, entertainment, and attractions. When planning your summer vacations, take a stroll along the shoreline and check out the beaches and parks. Welcome back to Hotels and Cities, the channel that focuses on great places to visit and worthwhile travel destinations for you and your loved ones. In today's video, we check out the top 10 things to do and visit in Toronto, Canada. But before we jump into today's list, don't forget to click that subscribe button and that bell icon to always be updated on all things travel. Now let's get into it. First up, City Hall and Nathan Phillips Square. The new City Hall, designed by the talented Finnish architect Viljo Revel and erected in 1965, is still highly appreciated, and it dominates the wide Nathan Phillips Square, which features a bronze sculpture of an archer by Henry Moore. Two arc-shaped high-rise blocks, 20 and 27 floors tall, wrap around a lower center building topped by a flattened cupola to form City Hall. The frequently photographed Toronto sign is placed in Nathan Phillips Square, a man-made pond that becomes a famous skating rink in the winter. In December, when the neighborhood is lit up with holiday lights, you'll find that this is a truly stunning place to be in. Next up, take a visit at the St. Lawrence Market, which is home to many merchants selling a wide range of food, flowers, and unique goods. In 1850, Toronto's St. Lawrence Hall opened as a site for community gatherings and performances. Stopping over for a bite to eat or a cup of coffee after some window shopping or sightseeing is a great idea. Outdoor patios with raised platforms let you enjoy the sun and fresh air in the summer. Even though it was renovated in 1967, the hall still possessed a lot of its original character and elegance. The market benefits from the building's distinct ambience, and it is also occasionally utilized as a location for film and television productions. There's a sweeping staircase and a gas-powered chandelier within. From St. Lawrence Market, proceed north away from the lake up Front Street, and then proceed west for a block and a half to the spectacular Guderian building at Church Street. It's impossible to imagine Toronto without this picture-perfect scene of this edifice set against the backdrop of the city's skyscrapers. Moving on, we take a tour of Casa Loma, a remarkable structure reminiscent of a medieval castle set amid immaculately maintained grounds. It was built in 1914 for eccentric Canadian multi-millionaire Sir Henry Pellet, who was one of the first to see the financial possibilities of Niagara Falls. It shouldn't be too difficult to find a restroom, as the home has been converted into a museum and features around 100 rooms, 30 of which are bathrooms. Then tourists will be able to experience a glimpse into a bygone era of European luxury. The best castle in Canada has 5 acres of grounds within a garden and stables and a tunnel that's 800 feet long. Next on our list, take a stop by the Toronto Zoo to see the animals. They have a fantastic and varied collection of about 5,000 creatures, ranging from pygmy, hippos, lions, tigers, giraffes, penguins, and orangutans are just a few of the crowd-pleasing animals. A number of distinct regions of the world are represented in the zoo's many exhibits, including the Great Barrier Reef, the Gorilla Rainforest, and the Tundra Trek, with polar bears are among the must-sees at the Toronto Zoo. In the warmer months, family can cool off at the splash pad located in the Discovery Zone. The zoo is located north of the city center by around 40 kilometers, near the Rogue River. Next up, the Epithet Entertainment District is well-deserved, as it describes a sizable section of the city's core that is home to several of Toronto's most popular tourist destinations, such as the CN Tower, the Scotiabank Arena, and the Rogers Centre, and a slew of museums. Its events and performances are what really set it apart, but it also has excellent restaurants. Between Spadina and University, the area of King Street is where the most of the action takes place. The entertainment area is Toronto's version of Broadway, and it's a terrific place to go out at night. Musicals, concerts, and other forms of live performances can all be seen here. Famous local venues include Roy Thompson Hall, where the Toronto Symphony Orchestra plays, and the Royal Alexander Theatre, where the latest Broadway musicals are performed. Going next on our list is, of course, having day trips from Toronto to Niagara Falls are highly recommended if you've never experienced these breathtaking natural wonders. You probably expected this to be the best though. In just more than an hour you can reach the edge of the falls, but be careful. The best way to see Niagara Falls from Toronto is on a guided tour. Tours that don't require you to drive yourself pick you up and drop you off at the hotel and often feature a hornblower. An up-close and personal experience on a cruise of Niagara Falls' mighty waterfall. Among the other highlights of the area seen by the major Horseshoe Falls excursions are the Whirlpool Rapids, the Floral Clock, and the picturesque town of Niagara on the lake. From late June to early September, and again on the weekends of Thanksgiving in October, a train departs from Union Station to take passengers to Niagara Falls. On the weekends, you can ride your bike along the Niagara Parkway by taking a train with your bike. Spending the night at Niagara Falls allows you to see the falls illuminated after dark and explore the city center. Next up, one of the largest museums in all of North America is the Art Gallery of Ontario, also known simply as AGO. There are more than 95,000 pieces in the collection, and they range from European masterpieces to modern works to a large collection of Canadian art, including many examples of the work of the Group of Seven. Contemporary art shows are held regularly throughout the year. Located on the western edge of downtown, the AGO is housed in a striking structure that blends historic and contemporary styles. It would be hard to overlook the Ontario College of Art and Design, OCAD, being next to the aforementioned AGO. And the air on stilts that are almost but not quite the same shape as pencils, blocking the view of passers-by below, is the entrance to the college. Moving on, we go to Ripleys Aquarium of Canada. It is one of the newest must-sees in Toronto and is located close to the foot of the CN Tower. One of Toronto's top attractions, this amazing institution showcases marine life of all kinds. The enormous underwater tunnel with a moving sidewalk is the most remarkable feature. Sharks swim by and sawfish loiter on the tube ceiling above you as you observe the underwater world go by. With the exception of those who are frightened by sharks, this is a peaceful activity for people of all ages. The jellyfish tank, which features a unique lighting scheme, is a pleasant surprise. In addition, visitors may get up and personal with stingrays and small sharks in touch tanks, and those with an interest in engineering will appreciate the building's open layout, which provide a view of the facility's filtration machinery and life support system. Moving on, we go to the Royal Ontario Museum, or ROM, one of the best museums in the world, and it's located right here in Toronto, Canada. Natural history, art, and culture from all across the world and throughout history are all represented here. It is also well known for its international exhibitions. Michael Lee Chin Crystal, a contentious 2007 edition that put a glass and sharp-angled modern wing to an otherwise extremely traditional older building, has made it one of Toronto's most identifiable landmarks. And last but not least, we take in the sights from the top of Toronto's most recognizable landmark, the 553.3 meter tall CN Tower. This is one of the city's top tourist destinations for one good reason, and it's impossible to miss. This Canadian landmark stands tall above the city and can be seen from practically anywhere in the metro area. You can take in the structure's architectural splendor from street level, or you can venture to the building's upper levels to enjoy the city and Lake Ontario from the observation decks or the restaurants. Once upon a time, the CN Tower, constructed between 1972 and 1976, held the record for the tallest freestanding structure in the world. At a vantage point of 447 meters above the ground, the skypod atop the CN Tower offers sights as far as Niagara Falls and New York State on clear days. You'll need to take 2 elevators to get here. This is followed by the outdoor sky terrace, which is placed 1 floor below the original glass floor and 346 meters down from the viewing level at the top of the main elevator. As its moniker suggests, the glass floor provides a breathtaking look down on the city below. But the Edge Walk is also available to individuals who want a little or a lot more excitement in their lives. This requires a 365-meter high hands-free stroll around the main pond's outer edge on a ledge only 1.5 meters wide. A rope and harness secure each participant to the structure. Fine meals and some of the best views in Toronto can be had at the 360 restaurant, which rotates at a height of 351 meters and poses no danger to its patrons. The 360 serves lunch and supper, and guests who dine there are given free admission to the observation deck and glass floor of the tower. To get the most out of your time in Toronto, staying in or around the downtown area is also a must. And that's it for this video on the top 10 things to do and visit in Toronto, Canada. Did you enjoy this video? Don't forget to click that like button and share it with your family and friends, as well as your fellow travel buddies. If you always want to be updated whenever we have new content, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button and that bell icon as well to always be notified whenever we have a new video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.